Good evening, I'm Adrian Ghobrial. We're on board the King streetcar tonight, and today we heard the future is king. Now from Councillor Joe Cressy, Mayor John Tory, and several others who threw their support behind making the King Street pilot project a permanent fixture in Toronto, and their vote of support comes on the same day that a staff report suggests making the pilot permanent here in the city of Toronto. And that's music to the ears of several passengers.
We essentially created a surface subway along King Street in the space of a weekend, and the benefits are clear.
The mayor points to the numbers. The staff report notes that ridership per day along King Street is now 84,000, an increase of more than 12,000 passengers per day since the pilot began 18 months ago. In total, 3% more people are now moving through the downtown, and Councillor Joe Cressy adds that fewer cars are now driving in the core.
That's success. In a growing city, that's what success looks like.
For me, the big marker of overall progress is the fact that reliability for transit rider has gone up 81%.
You were able to increase ridership by 12,000 people for such a small cost, less than $5 million all in.
King Street is now the largest surface-level transit corridor in North America. Even with favorable statistics backing the pilot's progress, the daily reality for passengers isn't without its issues. Many riders during the morning and evening rush have to wait for multiple cars to pass them by before there's room to board one of the new, larger streetcars. It's an issue City News presented the mayor with today.
We'll do what we have to do to make sure that not only do we continue to serve the now 84,000 people, but I hope that number could rise even higher. And if that means deploying more streetcars as we receive them, or as we deploy buses as needed, we will do the things we need to do.
These projects can become a victim of their own success. Adding additional 12,000 people onto a route is a lot of people. That's essentially the equivalent of what the Union Pearson Express is carrying every day. And we're doing that on a surface route that was implemented essentially in the span of a weekend. We need to be continuing to invest, continuing to add capacity.
Capacity issues aside, Mayor Tory today didn't close the door on using the King Street pilot as a template for other streets in the city that could benefit from being turned into a main transit corridor.
I think we should be looking at the busiest routes and looking at the ones where we have significant reliability issues and trying to identify the strategies that would work best, whether it's full dedicated rights of way, whether it's transit priority, whether it's curb cutouts that allow the transit to come in and out. We have to tailor the solution to the right street.
As for drivers, police handed out more than 9,000 tickets during the King pilot for those who broke the new rules.
King Street is no longer
Tory adds that the traffic impact on surrounding streets was minimal. A vote to make the pilot permanent will first go to the mayor's executive committee next week. It will also end up in front of the TTC board before going to council for a final vote on April 16th.
Peter Street.
To put things in perspective, 55,000 passengers use the Shepherd subway each and every day. As you just heard, 84,000 are now using the King Street streetcar. So we asked the mayor today, should the downtown relief line be extending west of University? He said it'll definitely be part of discussions as they look at phase 2 of the city's transit plan.